Victor. This is my 2017 Toyota 86, and my Instagram handle is at a.nustart. Ain't a start. Initially, when I got this car, it was due to me breaking my 2013 WRX. I needed a car because that was the only car I had to drive. I couldn't get to work, so one of my buddies actually helped me out and pointed me in the right direction to one of his friends who worked at Longo Toyota. Once we got there, figured out best choice probably was an 8.6. I could still take it to the racetrack and I could take it every day to work. Cheap on gas too. A few of my favorite things has to be the wheels. I got them for a really good deal off of a friend. It's not every day you come up with Volks for a super cheap price. Along with that, it's most likely going to be the two seats I have inside the car. I have a Recaro SPG for my driver and a Recaro pole position for my passenger. Got it a little wider just so it could fit a variety of people. And then the wing, of course, one of my favorite things, just because, I don't know, being young, looking at older cars, seeing them all have wings, like always kind of wanted one. Always wanted one that mounted directly on the sides of the trunk. After that, we probably got, I don't know, my quick release setup. That cost a pretty penny, but it was great. It's something that made me very happy. Probably kind of dangerous not having an airbag, but I don't care. I don't drive it enough. All right, so in the front, there's not very much. I have the Cusco tow hook. That helps me just in case I fly off track. They can just pull me right out instead of me getting stuck or them hooking it onto something else and breaking my front end. And then I have the Aero large front splitter. This is the little garage liner I use just to block off the air dam. I have a TRD rep lip, and then I don't know if you can see it, but I have a Jackson Racing oil cooler in there. All right, so under here it looks like a lot, but there's probably not much. All I have is the Blitz, forgot what that piece is called. Inlet tube, there we go, inlet tube, Blitz inlet tube. I have Eibach Multi-Pro R2s with external reservoirs, and then the Jackson Racing oil cooler, and then a little TRD oil cap. And that's basically it for this, unless you want to count those Project Muse socks. So my wheel and tire setup, it's a Volk Racing CE28 RT on Firestone Indy 500s. They're pretty good. I got these, well, like I said before, I got the wheel and tire off of a friend. He had these tires put on before. It's a 255 3518. They're held on with Project Kick R26 lug nuts, and with the extended studs, I decided to throw them all around. They're stronger, better than the Subaru studs. I've always had issues snapping Subaru studs in the past, so figured that's the best move. Plus, I'm running a 5mm spacer on a 18 by 9.5 plus 40, just to fit the wheel a little bit better into the fender. Interior wise, okay. So in my interior, excuse the mess, but what I have in my driver's side is a Recaro SPG. It's pretty small. A lot of people complain that they can't fit into it, but I feel like it fits perfectly. It keeps me snug. I don't move around a lot. And then for my passenger side, I have a Recaro pole position. That seat was hard to come by, but surprisingly, I was able to trade a brand new Recaro SPG for it that I won off a raffle for, I think, 70 bucks. That's a pretty good deal. $70 for a $1,200 seat. And then steering wheel setup, I have a Workspell short hub and a Workspell quick release with a Nardi personal Neo Grinta wheel. Let me grab that wheel for you. Go back right here. And then the little thing on the side right here, just a turn signal extender made by Vertex. I want to go silver just because I like the way it looks. For the rear, I bought a little TRD Aero stabilizer just for the accent. I have no idea if it actually works or not. And it covered up this huge little gap right there. And then for Aero, I have a Voltex Type 2 1600 millimeter on 275 millimeter solid stands by Aerogenics. I also have another Cusco tow hook This one will probably actually be good to use since it's rear wheel drive. Won't destroy my diff, they told me. For exhaust, I have a Tomei equal length header, Tomei overpipe, stock front pipe, and HKS single exit. Gonna get a little ride along and gonna go somewhere a little bit more isolated to get the exhaust clip, because we're at a park right now and I feel kind of bad. Future wise, I definitely want a roll bar. I'm like in between so many choices of roll bars right now, just because some are cheap, some are super expensive. Like you got the auto power roll bar, the 4-point, which is like around $600-700 bucks, and then you got Studio RSR, which is around 2,000. With the price being so high, you got your perks too. Like the Studio RSR one just looks so good with the X beams, and then the auto power one is just also good because it comes with everything you need for such a great price. Only thing I'll change about it is probably get it powder coated white, which I feel will be a great color. And then other than that, probably some harnesses, a carbon fiber hood for sure. I want the Ferris hood. Ferris hood looks so good, but I want to paint match it and then leave the vents carbon, or maybe a little bit of splash on the carbon vents, just so it shows a little bit of white, but it's still carbon, which would be pretty cool. And I think that's about it.
Everything is stopping us today. The Civic got in front. It was a red. Hopefully we can get one.
Us.
Let's try this. That red line is nice though, for sure. Nice red line on this. Also, if you guys are thinking this is kind of slow, he has the AC on, bro. Just kidding.
Makes it 2 times slower. I'm using all that 160 horsepower.
Nah, but jokes aside, I really like how the car's built. It's a simple build, but it performs well on the track, so.
It's fun. It does fun things.
Yeah, really like this car. Can't wait to see what he does in the future.